Hey, what's up, guys? Wanted to make a quick video today, sharing with you guys a thing that I find very difficult doing from time to time, and that is basically, as we are going forth in main seasons like this, getting more sales, making sure that we're also improving the delivery side. So now, just so you understand, the reason I'm saying improving the delivery side is because once you're making sales, making sure the delivery is happening properly is going to be based on the systems you currently have. But the delivery system, like I said, in recent videos, is never really 100% there. We're talking about a moving target here, right? SEO changes over time, and we're constantly having to tweak things, make it better, and it's a moving target, right? You're always having to improve this thing. So once you have your base level systems down, and you're busy in the main season making sales and bringing in more revenue, how do you make sure that you're actually still being able to improve the system that you currently have, and make you're just not getting complacent in that part? And this is something that's very difficult, because it's not only going to require you to shift from selling to like making systems, but it's also going to require you from shift from selling to making systems to managing team members that you recently hired and make sure they're being able to run the system. So without getting too much into it, let me just give an example to show you guys what I'm talking about. So right now, for example, I got a bunch of guys that's on our team that I wrote out today. And out of all the things they're supposed to do, I just wrote one thing that if I'm able to make them be more better, efficient at, it's going to make the biggest difference, right? It's actually going to move the needle. So for this guy, the first one right here, you can see is called batch work combinations. Now it's a name I made up, but basically what I'm seeing right now is across our system, once again, we're having some trouble having clarity in terms of how efficient the team is really running, right? Like at the beginning, when you have 5, 10, 15 clients, you're just getting clients, you have a system in place, let's say, and your VA is just doing what comes, right? It's all good and fancy, it's fine, it's nothing like too much pressure. But once you get like 30, 35, 40 clients and on, it becomes very unclear. Like it's not going to be by default you have clarity. It becomes you won't be able to know what team member is busy doing what. Is that task even important right now, at any given day, especially when you're going for more sales. So what I'm doing right now is creating more combinations where we're batching certain tasks together and letting the team member know, like, hey, look, this entire section, these 10 things go together hand in hand. This should take about 3 days. The other section right here, go hand in hand. This should take about another 2 or 3 days. This way, the point we're trying to get to is that when a client comes on board, we want to be in a position where we can be like, all right, month 1, everything said and done is going to be complete within the first week. And if you're able to get to that point, things become a lot less hectic, because it's not like, month 1 comes on and we're just trying to like get through everything, and then like towards the end of the month I start finding out certain things was not done properly, or like you have to fix certain things. It's like it's done, complete, checked off, and then we're just until after a couple of weeks we get out the report, and then boom, everything's on track. So my job right now today is just stepping into the nitty-gritty and looking at, okay, what kind of things is going to go together, and batch it and have a simple instruction so they know they're accountable. They understand that, okay, this stuff I'm expecting it to be done in 2 to 3 days. It can't be like a week and a half and they're like, oh, I'm still working on this. And having that kind of clarity between you and your team member and the work that needs to be done, and basically being able to cross that off. The second thing I have here is, for example, like, stop having this person manage writers. So specifically, this person used to be like, they were one of our first VAs. So they have a very good idea of how all the systems work. Usually they're doing a lot of, management work, ordering things, making sure certain vendors was delivering properly. You could say like higher level stuff for the VA. And what happened was, there was at that time, like even last year, right? We had one writer. and that writer should be like, just getting topics for her and managing that one person. It wasn't a big deal. Right now we have 3 writers, and this completely changed the game. This person, this VA who used to do all these like ordering stuff and making sure certain things are being done properly, is now full-time managing writers. So right now my job again is getting into the nitty-gritty and finding out how do I resolve this issue from her, like she's running all over the place, complaining to the writer, oh, they didn't interlink properly, this. Basically, it's going to come down to like the systems that I built for the writers is not, built well enough so they can do everything themselves. They still need somebody to find and research topics so they know what to write about and all this stuff. So what I'm going to be doing is getting the first writer that been working with us for some time and kind of like just upselling them. Promoting them to become a manager of writers. And one day of the week, let's say, she writes normal content 4 days out of 5. Just on Friday, her job is to go through and make sure the other 2 writers did their job properly and everything was reported and all the linking and posts and everything they did over the week was done properly. This way, I'm just taking 1 day out of... My bad, guys. The camera ran out of battery. But yeah, I was going towards the end of that video anyways. And so all in all, giving those 2 examples, just wanted to show you guys that, when you start to scale, your time is your greatest asset, right? And you have to be very diligent on making sure that you're investing your time efficiently. And one of the best ways to do that is just write out your team members, every single person that's in your agency right now, and then think about what is the number 1 thing that they're supposed to do. What is their main role, right? And once you got that down, all you have to do is make a plan where how you can step in and spend your time for them to help them enable that person to do that one task more efficiently, right? And if you take this measure, you won't really have to go through all the systems and try to find out. As long as you have a base system in place and you're improving the most important things every now and then, like once a month even. If you do proper go through and spend that kind of time, I think it'll take like about 10-15 hours per month of your own time to try to see how you can help each person to be better. They will take that improvement and they'll run with it. Because these are people who will come in on Monday and they will commit 40 hours doing that thing. If you can just spend a couple hours of your time making that entire system better, they will be that much more efficient because they are, it's their time versus whatever system in place. Get it? So it's really the best way to make cover a lot of ground in delivery and everything else. Without you putting too much of your time into the trenches. So hope that helped. Peace.